Hello, this is the new and improved G-Man of EAP because my opinion is just that interesting. If you can hear anything in the background, if you can hear any noise, it's because I have some people over watching the season finale, the last episode of Breaking Bad. I think Breaking Bad is a fantastic show. It's my all-time favorite TV show is easily Shameless, and I'll probably go into that a little more when Shameless comes back on TV. Also, if you can't tell, yeah, I got a little Heisenberg thing going on here, even though I'm wearing Lady Gaga glasses. Uh, Breaking Bad is a fantastic show. It's really hard to kind of sell Breaking Bad to people because you can't just say, "Oh, it's great because the story's interesting," or "I love this character," or "I watch it because of this." But it's the writing, it's the directing, the cinematography, the sound, the editing, the acting, the character of Heisenberg, the elevation of what happens is remarkable, and it all led up to this last, what was it, an hour and 15 minutes of television, and it was seminal. The whole time you could cut the tension with a knife in the room, at least for me. um, the episode does a really good job of tying up loose ends with what with not Hank, with Walt trying to salvage the money that he worked so hard to make and doing something good with it. It proves his resourcefulness. It deals with characters that kind of went to the wayside and how their storylines were concluded, except for the black guy that was in the safe house. He's probably still there reading comics. But most importantly, the episode showed that no matter what the situation, Heisenberg, Walter White, was still in control. And it was the most tense part of the episode was easily the standoff between Jesse and Walt. Everything else that happens in this episode, you can either feel it coming, or it's a satisfying punch. It's a satisfying release of tension. But the standoff between Walt and Jesse, this is not something you necessarily want to see because for the first couple of seasons they were such good friends, and now they're just they're just at each other. But this idea of Jesse given the power to end Walt's life was really something, and the episode did seem a little, I don't want to say happy because it's definitely not necessarily a happy ending, but it was very clean. But everything got to that point. Everything made sense. It's so satisfying when every character gets their comeuppance. Even Walt gets his comeuppance. Even though he is the protagonist, he's not necessarily the good guy. But I am immensely satisfied. It's such a bittersweet relief to have this excellent show be done. And even though Schrader is dead, he's the character I always said was the only character in the show who consistently did the right thing. Even though he was kind of an arrogant, guy, he was still at his heart a good man, and he paid the ultimate price for his steadfastness. Is that a word? I feel like I use it all the time, and I'm not even sure if that's a word. But he paid the price for that. But now, after Walt's descent into darkness, Jesse was the good guy. He was the one that you wanted to see get away with all the tragedy he had experienced, and it's really he it's really great to be able to see Jesse get vengeance for the all the horrible things that have happened, and it's really great. Another interesting piece is how Walt isn't taken by the disease. Walt, his cancer is not the thing that kills him. Walt dies essentially saving Jesse, keeping Jesse alive, and That's really powerful. That's really kind of touching. Even though they've had their issues, even though they've been at each other for the past season and a half, Walt dies doing something good. And most importantly, not necessarily most importantly, but on top of that, he dies in a meth lab, which, as he explains in this episode, is what he liked to do. It made him feel alive. It was what he was good at. So, while it's unfair to say that story, a story's ending being satisfying and being an ending that you personally liked, that's not fair to say that that equals a good ending, because there are tons of great stories, tons of great movies, tons of great TV shows, books, comics, video games, dungeon campaigns that end in not too happy scenarios, as long as the ending makes sense and fits with what the story is trying to do, it works. And Breaking Bad really does. It's almost kind of hard to speak about it in detail without going through the whole show, but it's fantastic. I'm very sad to see it go. I would love to hear what you guys think about it. Leave a comment, post a video response before YouTube gets rid of that. So yeah, if you like Breaking Bad, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share it, all that good stuff. Well, this is the new and improved G-Man of EAP signing off. I will see you next time.